Let's make a couple clarifications regarding interval notation and drawing intervals on a number line. So first, on a number line for the drawing, a filled in point means to include a number, and an unfilled point means to don't include a number. So for instance here, the picture with the filled in dot at -5 and the unfilled point at 4, and then that connection between means you should take all the numbers between -5 and +4. However, we need to include -5 and exclude +4. So note, for example, that 3.96 is included. Algebraically, we can write this as -5 less than or equal to x less than 4. We can also switch around the direction of everything. So notice that still like the alligator is eating the 4. You can have 4 is greater than x is greater than or equal to -5. You can also take what was written above and just split it up. So if you have a double inequality, you just need to use the word and. So the first part, -5 less than or equal to x, written here, and then the word and then finally this x less than 4, written out just like that, x less than 4. Now the contents in each of the three boxes here above communicates really the same thing. It's the same set of x values. Okay, in interval notation, we could write bracket -5 comma 4 parenthesis. Now we've been playing with interval notation a bit already, but just to clarify some things about interval notation, be sure to list the smaller number before the comma and the larger number after. For example, 3 comma 7 in square brackets is acceptable. However, 7 comma 3 square brackets, that's unacceptable because 3 should be listed first. Also, use square brackets to include a number and parentheses to exclude a number. So for some examples, bracket 3 comma 7 bracket includes 3 and includes 7, parenthesis 3 comma 7 parenthesis excludes 3 and excludes 7, bracket 3 comma 7 parenthesis includes 3 and excludes 7, and then parenthesis 3 comma 7 bracket excludes 3 and includes 7. We'll always write a parenthesis symbol next to a negative infinity or a positive infinity. So you can write bracket 2 comma infinity parenthesis, and that will mean all x values greater than or equal to 2. But putting a bracket symbol right where that infinity is unacceptable. Parenthesis 2 comma infinity parenthesis means x greater than 2, but putting a bracket symbol next to the infinity is unacceptable. And just to do a practice one of these with the negative infinity, we would write a parenthesis here, negative infinity comma 2 bracket, but writing a bracket symbol right next to the negative infinity is unacceptable. Okay, for all reals, we'll write parenthesis negative infinity comma infinity parenthesis. Now we will, need the union of intervals, which we've already seen a little bit of, just to take the example that's shown here. All the numbers that are smaller than 2, including 2, all the numbers that are bigger than 7, including 7, it looks like this. Parenthesis negative infinity comma 2 bracket, then this union symbol, because we need this next part, bracket 7 comma infinity parenthesis. Algebraically, we can write x less than or equal to 2 or x greater than or equal to 7. It is important to include the word or here. When you see the union symbol in interval notation, this becomes the word or in algebraic notation. This happens every time. Okay, let's take a look at some examples. So how about the picture shown here with the filled in dot at -5 and the unfilled point at 3. So in interval notation, this would be parenthesis negative infinity comma -5 square bracket, union symbol, parenthesis 3 comma infinity parenthesis. Algebraically, we would write x less than or equal to -5, or, again, that union symbol, you should always convert that to the word or x greater than 3. Okay, here's another example. This one looks a little funny. We've got the numbers between -8 and -4, inclusive. We have the numbers between 3 and 5, excluding the 3, including the 5. So here is a way to write this in interval notation. We've got bracket -8 comma -4 bracket, union parenthesis 3 comma 5 bracket. Now let's use interval notation to describe all real numbers except 12. So the numbers that are smaller than 12, that would be parenthesis negative infinity comma 12 parenthesis. The numbers that are bigger than 12, this would be parenthesis 12 comma infinity parenthesis. And we need both parts, so we'll use a union between these two intervals. So parenthesis negative infinity comma 12 parenthesis union parenthesis 12 comma infinity parenthesis. This is our way of getting really all numbers, including like 11.9, we get 12.2, we get 12.3, and so on by doing this.